Hey everyone, today's it is about. You think they're going to hit you? Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Let's get going. Bakugou Katsuki. You and Bakugou had been in a relationship for quite some time now. Despite his fiery personality, you knew that he cared deeply for you. However, one evening, an argument escalated beyond your control. The tension in the room grew thicker, and Bakugou's anger seemed to consume him. I can't believe you're so damn useless, Bakugou shouted, his voice filled with rage. You never listened to me. You tried to calm the situation, but your words seemed to fuel the fire within him only. His face turned red, his hands clenched into fists. Calm down, Katsuki. Let's talk this out. You pleaded, your voice trembling. But instead of responding, Bakugou raised his hand as if to strike you. Fear gripped your heart, and you braced yourself for the impact. However, just as the hand neared, Bakugou stopped himself, his eyes widening with realization. No. He breathed, his voice barely whisper. I would never. His hand slowly lowered, and you both stood there, the room filled with heavy silence. Bakugou's anger seemed to dissipate, replaced by a mix of regret and concern. I'm sorry, he finally said, his voice laced with regret. I shouldn't have let it get to that point. I would never hurt you, no matter how angry I get. You could see the sincerity in his eyes, and as fear slowly subsided, you nodded, your voice softening. I know, Katsuki, but we need to find healthier ways to communicate with our frustrations. From that day forward, you both made an effort to address conflicts calmly, seeking compromise and understanding. It wasn't always easy, but your love and mutual respect carried you through, and Bakugou never let his anger escalate to such a dangerous level again. Your relationship grew stronger, built on trust and a shared determination to overcome obstacles together. Todoroki Shoto. Your relationship with Todoroki had always been one of deep connection and support. He had a reserved demeanor, but his love for you shone through his actions. However, one day, a disagreement took an unexpected turn, and the atmosphere grew tense. Why can't you see things from my perspective? You're so stubborn. Todoroki's voice rose, his frustration evident. You tried to explain your point of view, but Todoroki's emotions seemed to overpower him. His icy gaze bore into you, and you felt a chill run down your spine. I can't take this anymore, Todoroki muttered, his voice filled with anguish. In a moment of despair, he raised his hand, and your heart skipped a beat. Fear gripped you, and you flinched, anticipating the impact. But just as his hand was about to make contact, Todoroki froze, his eyes widening in horror. He quickly lowered his hand, a mixture of shock and remorse washing over him. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I would never hurt you. He stammered, his voice trembling. You stood there, shaken and confused. The love you shared with Todoroki had always been gentle and supportive. This sudden outburst felt like a betrayal. Todoroki, too, seemed horrified by his own actions, as if he couldn't believe what had almost happened. I need to learn on how to control my emotions better, he confessed, his voice filled with genuine remorse. I never wanted you to be afraid. I'm so sorry. Todoroki's vulnerability and regret touched your heart. While you were still recovering from the shock, you recognized the importance of open communication. We both need to work on our communication skills. Let's just find healthier ways to express ourselves without resorting to fear and anger. You said softly, your voice stained with concern. From that day forward, you both embarked on a journey of emotional growth and understanding. Todoroki sought professional help to manage his emotions, and you both engaged in couple therapy to strengthen your relationship. Over time, trust was rebuilt, and you learned to navigate conflicts with empathy and compassion. Todoroki's actions that day served as a turning point, a reminder of the importance of emotional well-being and the dedication required to cultivate a healthy and nurturing relationship. Midoriya Izuku. Your relationship with Midoriya was built on a foundation of kindness and compassion and mutual admiration. He had always been a gentle soul, and you felt safe and loved in his. However, one day, an argument erupted, and emotions ran high. Midoriya's normally warm gaze turned cold, and his frustration reached a boiling point. Why can't you understand? Midoriya's voice cracked, his words laced with desperation. I'm trying to protect you. You tried to reason with him, but his protective instincts overwhelmed his judgment. His eyes hardened, and he took a step forward, his hand trembling with anger. No, you whispered, your voice barely audible. You felt trapped, the fear of his touch lingering in the air. But just as his hand was about to reach you, Midoriya froze. His eyes widened, and the realization of what he was about to do washed over him like a wave. I can't. I could never hurt you. I'm so sorry. He checked out, his voice trembling with remorse. You both stood there, the room filled with a heavy silence. Midoriya's expression shifted from anger to regret. I don't know what came over me. I'm so sorry. Tears welled up in your eyes. I believe you, Izuku, but we really need to find healthier ways to address our frustrations. Let's work through this together. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Goodbye.